as far as 17 through 32. Kyler Murray, the Cardinals played competitive football down the stretch, especially after Kyler Murray came back. And I really want to see what they can do on the field. I feel like they could be a surprise team. But when I say surprise team, I don't think that counts as making the playoffs. I think that counts as a team that could win 3 or 4 more games than they did last year. So I would probably put Baker and Kyler there at 17 and 18. And then it is just do whatever you want after that.
Yeah, I'm taking Kyler over Deshaun Watson every day of the week at this point of their careers. I'm taking Kyler over Geno. I'm taking Kyler over Russ for sure. I'm probably taking Kyler over Baker, former back-to-back number 1 overall picks. Just you add Marvin Harrison. We saw how, I think Breach pointed out, but we saw how they played down the stretch last year. Kyler, when I put Kyler in that tier of who the hell knows, it wasn't Kyler is the 17th best quarter, or Kyler's the 20th best quarterback in the NFL. It was, we don't know if this guy's even going to play this year because the Cardinals might tank. They brought him back. He played well. I think they got a little something there. I mean, I think they're, what if their odds are to make the playoffs? Their win total's out. I hate that we had these win totals out before the schedule's out. It's kind of ridiculous.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying earlier about Kyler, is that I would have him at the top of this tier of the 17 through 32 list. I'm not sure you put him up in the 11 through 16 guys when you look at who's in that tier. But look, Kyler Murray did look solid, and that's what I was saying about I think the Cardinals can be sneaky good. They went 4-13 last season. Maybe they get up to 8 wins, 8-9, maybe even 9-8. I could see them doing that just because if you have Murray, now you give him this great weapon, or should be potentially a great weapon, in Marvin Harrison Jr. Obviously, we don't know for sure because he's a rookie. But you look at, they beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh. They beat the Eagles in Philly. I mean, there were just some huge wins they had with Kyler Murray down the stretch where teams just kind of, they basically played the role of spoiler. And they did that once Kyler Murray came back. So I think that this team can be decent. I don't think they're going to be a Super Bowl contender, but I think they can be okay with Kyler. So yeah, I definitely have them at like 17.
Like out of the quarterbacks, to piggyback off you, Breach, out of the quarterbacks that are the 17 to 32, I think Kyler and like Anthony Richardson have the best chance to move up into that 11 to 16 tier. I think that those two in particular have a ceiling that you're like, ooh, they could be really taking the league by storm in terms of their dual threat rushing ability.
And look, Cody's point on Anthony Richardson is fair. Like he got hurt. I think he started 4 games or played in 4 games, and he got hurt in 3 of them. I mean, that's a major concern, especially with that offense that Shane Steichen wants to run. But Richardson is a guy who, if you said he's a top 10 quarterback on this list at the end of this season, I don't think that's that crazy given how well the Colts played last year. If he plays a full season, if he rushes for a bunch of touchdowns, just sort of the athletic weapon he is. And again, we're banking on, when we say top 10, like not everybody, we saw it last year, not everybody's going to end the season completely healthy, right? Aaron Rodgers, if he plays 17 games, he's probably a top 10 quarterback. Matthew Stafford plays 17 games, he's probably a top 10 quarterback. And so I just think it's not everybody can be a top 10 quarterback, but I think Richardson has a shot, and his upside is insane.
Yeah, I also think he's one of the, like, he definitely has a high upside, but man, like that week 1 game last year, he got beat up by Jacksonville. I think he got sacked 4 times. And he was just, he was in spots where it was almost like he couldn't process as fast as he wanted to, just because that's what it's like being a rookie in the NFL, where things are happening so fast. You're not used to that speed. And the whole thing is you start the whole season, you get used to it. Well, he didn't get that. So now you're almost back at square one. Yes. I don't know if I'd put Richardson up there with Kyler just yet. I mean, to me, he's almost one of the biggest unknown quantities outside of the rookie quarterbacks, where I don't know what to make him. He could be good next year. He could be bad, and neither would surprise me.